Hello, I'm Crickets and welcome back to I Have a Story. I need to add additional information to my video that I made yesterday about ARBOR Behavioral Health. I talked about how my insurance was paying for him being seen by ARBOR Behavioral Health, but I didn't know about it. And I was there for the initial consultation that took place in the school with the teacher, my son, my ex-wife, myself was there, and the only reason I was there or even knew anything about it was because I was volunteering in his school. They gave me my own classroom, my own body of students. I didn't get paid a single penny. It was all volunteer. But I taught first grade. This was at Lark Elementary in Northwood, Ohio, under Mary Lou's shade. His diagnosis wasn't that he had something wrong with him. It was that he was too immature and was too playful in school and needed to be held back a grade. But his mom's words were, "My son's not being held back. You are not holding my son back." And he started out, the reason this all started was because he was failing at school. He wasn't getting in trouble. He was playful, talkative, but he wasn't a troublemaker. He just wasn't getting good grades. Now, I'm sorry, this is part of mental illness, and yes, we're supposed to care about our children. But you can't take a kindergartner, a first grader, unless there is severe issues, which there were. I've been sharing the severe issues. Drug your kid. Very, very few people deserve to be on these medications. Not just because a parent wants them on these medications. His mother's words were, "My stepson's on these medications. I want my son on it too because it's doing them wonders." Well, that's because they had problems. My son did too, but his were different. His were the abuse that he was suffering from. In the beginning, his teacher would not allow him to be a part of my classroom because obvious bias. Can't have a parent as the teacher of their child. I understand a lot of that. But after, God, I don't even know how long it was. I don't know how long it was of him fighting with her. "I want to be with my dad. I want to be with my dad." She finally gave in and said, "Okay, but I'm going to monitor the situation to make sure there's no bias going on." And guess what? Because kids want more than anything in this world is to make their parents happy. And my son wanted to make me happy. Well, she put him in my class. It's the only time his grades skyrocketed because he wanted to make me happy. He wanted to prove himself to his father, which is what, oh my God. He didn't need drugs. He needed the abuse to stop. The year he started kindergarten was the year that I was assaulted, kidnapped, tortured, beaten for an entire night, had my ear cut off my head, had my throat slit, my body dumped and left for dead. It took me months, for the first time ever, that I ever went on public assistance because I refused to accept that I'm not coming back from this. So much has happened in my life, and I've been sharing it through My Life Monday. Fell 2 stories as a steelworker, beaten the snot out of as a child. Hit by a car, accident after car accident, where somehow even my oldest son said to Dad, "Are you a magnet to these drivers who just run into you?" God. Roughly 90% of the car accidents I've been in, I was sitting still, parked, sitting at a red light. Cars just smash into me. More than 24 times in my life. What is it? Am I Truman? Am I the Truman Show? What the hell is going on here? I don't know. So when you're on public assistance, you don't get itemized statements. I didn't get to see that he was being all she even put him through. I don't even know. But when you're on public assistance, you don't get statements like you do under normal insurance where you have copay, so you're getting bills and you're getting information as to who's seeing who, where, when, and what's going on. But I didn't get any of that. So I didn't know. And back then, God, this was what, 2010? 2009, 2010? I didn't have the knowledge and experience that I do today. And this is all what's given it to me, is because my life has just been one thing after another. This is how you learn, the hard way. But even with that, Harbor Behavioral Health, they had my insurance information. They had all my information. They could have contacted me anytime and said, we need to talk to you. Will you even volunteer to come in and talk to us? Not one phone call. Instead, it was just, hate the dad. Had I known any of it was going on, and then even after I did find out it was going on, it took me months. Illegally, they denied me his report because his mom made me such an evil monster to them and to the school that when she finally found a school that would block me out and take her side, bam, we got him. Even the school illegally denied me my rights to even be a part of those meetings, even when I went in and recorded when one of those meetings was supposed to take place. And the principal looked at me and said, oh, his mom and I met last week. We did it early. I'm not going through it again with you. Do you understand the emotions and feelings I have? My children, I've had such a hell. My whole life has been hell. And my children are what gave me a future, because I no longer saw my life behind me. I saw a life I got to give to somebody else. So I didn't know all of that was going on. I didn't know that when you're on those medications that you got to be seen and there's all these appointments, because they were all kept from me, and I didn't have the knowledge then that this is how it works. It took me months of fighting, bringing court documents. Look, I have legal rights. I am his father. They still refused me my right to his information. They were evil about it. They were super nice when I walk in and go up to the counter and then ask for information to talk to somebody, but then they pull up his file and then they turned evil immediately against me. Well, now I know why, because what was in those files and what his mom was wrongfully forcing into his head and their head. Then my son went back downhill again. Because damn the dad. Damn the child to his dad. This is also wrong. So wrong. God, my head's spiraling again, and I'm trying to hold my emotions and keep my tongue. I don't want to go back into what that video was yesterday. I made that video back before Thanksgiving. Back in mid-November, I made that video. I've been holding on to it, scared to air it, because I don't want to sound like that on the air and be like that on the air, but at the same time, you need to understand what I'm going through, what it's doing to me. These are the feelings of a severe, abused victim by the whole damn system. Later on in that school, after that happened with the principal, I tried to schedule an appointment and meet with her, but she refused me my right to meet with her and discuss any of this. Instead, she had me have a meeting with the counselor. And I think I talked about this at one time when I went in for that meeting with the counselor. And it was that day that she denied me, said, last week, Mom and I met. I'm not doing it again with you. I went straight to the office and said, I want to schedule an appointment to meet specifically with the principal. Instead, they made me an appointment with the counselor. And the instant I walked into that counselor's office on that scheduled date, they sent security in after me, right? Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I'm so sick of it all. I'm sick of not having any rights. Constitutional, civil, parental. Being able to prove my case, record. Back then I had more evidence than anybody had ever seen, and nobody wanted to look at it. I even had witnesses. When my son was punched by his mom's husband, I was recording it on the phone with my phone on speakerphone, and my roommate Todd Bragg listened to it all. He can witness everything that I've said about that time period. I just want to close this video.